This is the quickest and easiest way to contour your face. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, then welcome. You're gonna find everything to do with beauty and you're gonna love it. So when it comes to contouring, I know a lot of people tend to think it's too complicated, too much going on, it's gonna take me too long, it's too technical, I can't be bothered. But I also know a lot of those people wish they could contour and they want that kind of really nice result that you get. The chiseled cheekbones, the jawline, the slim down nose. Now, I'm gonna show you something that I've been so excited about doing. I've been so excited about this video because I can't wait for you guys to incorporate this into your routine. It is literally the quickest and easiest way to contour your face. You can literally do this within a minute. It's so easy and I can't wait for you guys to see it. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you don't have time and you want to know how to contour super quick and easy, this is for you. And also if you want a really nice light to natural kind of like finish to your base, this is perfect for you because it's not heavy at all. It's really natural looking. Now let's get straight into the video. But before I forget, if you like my video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell button so that you never miss a video. So I've already applied my concealer on my under eyes, and I just wanted to kind of get that done because not everyone applies concealer on the under eye area, and I really want to obviously focus on what this video is about, the quickest way to contour. And when I say contour, I mean sculpt. So the quickest way to give yourself, like, define your cheekbones, define your jawline, you know, just slim your face down a little bit, the quickest way, and you guys are gonna love this. So concealer's already done on my under eyes. I'm now gonna go in with my foundation. I'm using the Tom Ford waterproof foundation concealer. I really like this. It's tawny. This is the shade for me, number 7. I really like this foundation because I feel like it gives me some really good coverage at the same time. So I'm literally just applying some of that to the back of my hand. Can get a bit messy with these tubes, and I'm just going to use my sponge. So I'm using my beauty blender, and like I said, I know a lot of you don't necessarily apply concealer on the under eye area, so some of you might just go straight in with your foundation. So that's why I've kind of already done my concealer. So now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of going over the face with the foundation. My eyes and brows are already done as well. And just buffing that in, and this gives a really nice color as well. So going over the nose, now you'd still apply your foundation in this way even if you haven't put any concealer on the under eyes. Like, if you don't want to use concealer under the eye, that's fine. So I'm just kind of going along the under eye area, doing the same on this side. Okay, so now that the foundation is done, this is where most of you guys will be. So you'll have your foundation done. Obviously up to you if you want to do your eyes after your foundation is done. That's completely up to you, but I prefer it this way around. Now my foundation is done, and obviously you can see that it's kind of flat. Usually you would go in with your contouring either before your foundation or after your foundation. So that's when you'll see like people drawing the lines, you know, in all those areas. And I know for someone who probably doesn't contour, it can look quite overwhelming and look like you just give up after just watching the first few minutes. I totally get that. It does take a little bit longer. It does take a bit of getting used to, and you've got to spend some time understanding the structure of the face. Now, this is going to be a lot easier for you. So our base is done, as most of you would do your base. Now I'm going to use a darker foundation. Now you want to use a foundation which is at least like 4 or 5 shades darker, about 4 shades darker than your skin tone. Now, not just darker, but slightly warmer. So you want it to be a nice, like, for example, if, like, for me, it's going to be like a deeper brown shade, but I want it to be a nice brown shade. I don't want it to be like a muddy brown shade or a grayish brown shade, because you're almost using your foundation as almost like a bronzer as well, but it's gonna contour your face at the same time. So you want it to be that really nice kind of warming shade, something that complements your skin tone. So it might be an idea if you do go out and get a dark foundation, or maybe you've already got one, just swatch them on your, even if you swatch them on your hand, it's fine, because whatever kind of really complements your skin tone, but is darker, that's gonna kind of work well for you. So I've decided to use the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation. Now, I'm not using this because I think this is the best foundation for what I'm about to do. I'm just using this because I like the color of this and I had it, so it's good foundation, to be fair. But I feel like you can use any kind of foundation. You don't have to go out and buy an expensive one. You can buy, honestly, a cheap foundation. It's still gonna do the same job for what I'm about to show you. So with this, I'm just gonna kind of get a few, just probably one pump. So I just wanna show you how this works. So you basically just pump it out, and it comes out on here. So that's like kind of like your palette, but you've really got to clean it up after. It kind of annoys me when things are messy. So now that we've got that, we're just going to get another beauty blender. So I've got another spare one here, and I'm just going to kind of buff that foundation. So I'm just buffing it onto the beauty blender there. So the beauty blender is nice and covered, but at the same time I've buffed it into this palette so that it's not like excessive product on there. So now that we've done that, we're gonna just, and obviously I'm talking through this, when you get used to this, it's so easy and it's just really quick. So I'm gonna just buff this into the areas that I wanna contour. Now the areas you wanna contour is mainly, I'm gonna keep it basic for you guys. So, because if you want an intricate contour, then you can go with more intricate detailed contour, which I have a video for. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it basic. All I wanna do is just enhance my cheekbones. I wanna define them a little bit. I wanna just slim down my face a little bit and just maybe sharpen up my jawline and in a very subtle way, slim down my nose. So I know that seems like a lot, but I wanna show you the easiest way to do that. So first we're gonna start off with the sponge. We're gonna start from like the middle of the ear here, and our foundation is already done. So what we're gonna do is just buff this in, and this is gonna create a shadow here. So it's the same place that you would create those kind of contour lines, but what we're doing is we're kind of cutting all that blending and everything out, because we're doing it now. We're blending it into the skin, and it's gonna give you a very similar finish, like honestly, easiest way. So I'm gonna go into some more product. I've just gone back in there. You can see straight away how that's like already, like look how that's just sculpted my cheekbone now, right? So we've done that. Now we're gonna go over to the other side. Now if you need to pick up any of the excess product, flip the sponge over. Already you can see how that has just sculpted the face. And that's foundation as well, so it's gonna blend in really easily. So next up, we're gonna do the sides of the forehead. So I'm just gonna get some more foundation, buff it into the sponge, and then we're just gonna do the same here. So we're just gonna like kind of buff it into the hairline. So I'm not going in the middle of the face, I'm kind of keeping on the perimeter of the face. And you can see how that's warmed that up already. And that's helping to just slim down the face. Now I'm going to go onto the jawline. So this is where I'm literally just going under the jawline. I'm just kind of like dragging it down. So you can see I like kind of just went along here and dragging it down. Now the good thing about this way of contouring is nothing is harsh. Like everything's really blended and you don't have to go over with anything. It just stays as it is. All you're gonna do is set your foundation as you usually would. Or not set it if you want that dewy finish, and just set your under eyes. So now that we've done that, we're gonna now move on to just kind of sculpting the nose in a very easy way. So I'm gonna go with my mini beauty blender. This is the very small one. It doesn't have to be the beauty blender, but I like this one. So this is dry, it's not wet. So you can wet it if you want, just to give it that damp finish, but my one is dry. Not for any specific reason, but it's just dry. So, okay, so now we're going to do the nose, and the really easy way of doing this is I'm just going to go along here, go along the sides of the nostrils. Again, contouring your nose really is a personal thing because everyone has a different nose shape. You're all aiming for a different type of shape. So I'm just going to slim down this area here. So I'm just going along the sides of the bridge of the nose, really. Keeping it very light, small amount of product on this. And that's more or less it, it's done. So I'm gonna set my foundation now. Obviously, like I said, if you don't wanna set it and you wanna go for that dewy finish, by all means you can leave it as it is, and this is it, it's done. At least you've got some, you can see how you've got that sculpting there. But I wanna set it so that you can see how I like my foundation to look. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, and I'm using the shade Banana Bread. It's quite a nice shade because it's not overly yellow. So I'm just gonna basically set my under eyes. All I'm doing is getting my powder puff and just putting it into the powder, and then I'm going to go into the under eye area. Just going to go along the forehead, just all these areas that I really want it matte, to be honest with you. And I feel like that's when you're really going to see the kind of contour come through as well, like that even once you set it, you can still see it. Just gonna dust off this powder. I'm really excited for you to see that you don't need to actually put anything else on. Like usually I'd use bronzer afterwards to just bronze up my face, but I feel like I don't need to because that quick contour has just given me that warmth, and it's also sculpted my face. So I've just finished a few extra bits on my face. I've done my lips, cleaned up my brows because they had powder all over them. Also applied the tiniest amount of blush just here. Eyeshadow and mascara on my lower lashes, and a little bit of highlight on the tip of my nose. So I just wanted you to see what the finish looks like. So, but you can obviously tell that the contour part was literally a few minutes. So yeah, just wanted you to see what it looks like when the finished look is done and how you can still see that contour coming through. I bet you didn't think it was going to be that easy, right? And I'm sure some of you are probably wondering, why would you do the detailed version when you've got this really quick and easy option available? So the reason for that is because the detailed technique is, there's a lot more concealer that you're kind of playing around with, so it gives you more of a kind of medium to full coverage finish. Whereas the technique that I've shown you today gives you a super natural finish. So I guess you can kind of like pick which one suits your lifestyle and your look. Now, I hope you've enjoyed my video, and I hope that this really does improve your makeup skills and that your getting ready time is a lot quicker because of this. Now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so that you never miss a video. Until the next video, take care, and I'll see you soon.